Stopping at the clinic to do a bit of xeno research, eh? Count me in.
Ma'am, I'm just wondering.
I understand that. I'm not blaming you directly. Dr. Salvato, how long have you been here?
About a year now, Doctor.
And in that year, how many times have we had this conversation about late or missing shipments of supplies?
I believe this is the third time.
Yes, that sounds right. 3 times. I will be making it very clear to your superiors that lives are at stake, and the clinic requires reliable transport. If your company cannot meet our needs, someone else will.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Thank you, Dr. Salvato. You may return to your duties.
I hate this delivery run. Can't ever get here fast enough. Thanks for delivering critical supplies would be nice to hear once in a while.
Got anything you need to offload? Anything I can help you with? You were able to land it, so I'm sure whatever is broken can be fixed. Okay, no problem.
It's a grav drive. I literally can't get here any faster.
Don't make my job any harder, okay?
You heard of the Helios Retreat? Supposed to be some new age healing center for reforming criminals or whatever going up in Ixil 2. I'm not holding my breath.
Cool spade. Keep your nose clean. The last thing I want is to charge you for a DP, an A and B, a B and E, or heaven forbid, an MS. But at least we wouldn't have to worry about a VOP, am I right?
Private sector. Now that's where the real money's at.
Really hope someone comes to take a look at me soon.
I'm probably fine. Yeah, I'm fine. It feels like I've been waiting forever.
Need to make sure those files are backed up.
Mind your step.
Mind your step. Floors in here can be a bit slick at times. Don't ask why. I'm just a nurse. If you need to talk to someone in charge, wrong guy. Oh, sure. Everyone is really great. Top of their game, medically speaking. I've learned so much these last few years. I try not to take any of it for granted. This career, helping people, it really means something. Oh, we're not really supposed to talk about that kind of thing. Doctor-patient confidentiality and all that. Dr. Darvish is pretty strict about that. Well, about everything, but definitely that. Stay healthy.
How does she expect me? Ugh, just 1 week without something weird. That's not too much to ask. Never a dull moment.
There's simply too much to do to allow me to just stand about conversing with you. I apologize. Unless this is about the clinical trials I scheduled for later in the year, you may wish to speak to someone else. I'm here for research, not treatment. If that's what you're looking for, you'll need to speak to someone else.
I have performed a cursory scan of your vital signs. You are currently alive.
Need to make sure. If you're thinking about going into medicine, just be really sure before you commit to it. Really sure.
Warning. This unit is not suited for addressing mental health concerns.
Ever wonder how... What? Need to make sure those samples get disposed of.
If you're thinking about going into medicine, just be really sure before you commit to it. Really sure.
Wouldn't mind getting assigned to one of the... Bye.
I couldn't tell you the last time I wasn't breathing recycled air. This place is a far cry from Aquila City. That's for sure. I guess that depends on what you consider a break. We get some time to ourselves. We're not on call all the time, but we're never that far away from it either. Now that I think about it, I haven't actually left the clinic since I got the job. I actually hadn't really noticed. No, not really. This is my home now. The people here are wonderful, and the work we're doing is incredibly important. That's what really matters. New-ish. I've only been here a year, which, well, when you compare it against Dr. Darvish's career, it's not much, is it? I'm thrilled to have the opportunity, but it's been an adjustment. Very few cases here are simple, and most of them are medical emergencies. Bye.
You need anything, just say the word. One of the docs will get you right as rain in no time. Are you the courier? You're not really supposed to be back here. You can just drop the delivery off by the docking port and someone will take care of it. Well, then you won't have Dr. Darvish breathing down your neck at least. But, well, we're not really set up for having folks just milling about in here. It is a medical facility, after all. If you could just do your best to steer clear of the doctors while they work and not interrupt things, I'd really appreciate it. And if you need anything, I'm right here, okay? Oh, sometimes, sure. Somebody walks in or is dragged in with something we haven't seen before. You best believe it's all hands on deck. Have to find out if it's lethal or contagious, or both. It can be, yes. But we've all learned to live with it. If we didn't do this, who knows how many lives would be lost. It's harder on the newer folks, that's for sure. You take that Dr. Salvato, nice man, but he's a little on the skittish side. He's a good doctor, but just needs a little more confidence, you know? Oh, aren't you a dear? No, he'll do just fine. He just needs some time. Actually, now that we're talking about this, I wanted to do something nice for him. Give him a little pick-me-up. I overheard something about a meal he hadn't had in a long time. Thought maybe if I could deliver one to him, it'd be a nice gesture. You think you could help with that? Aren't you just the sweetest? You know that Don's Roost restaurant in New Atlantis? The fancy one? Dr. Salvato was talking about the synth liver pate. Said he'd never forget it. You bring me a plate and I'll make sure we brighten up his day.
Need to make sure those files are backed up.
You catch my Ben nodding off. Give him a good snack for me. The man means well, but he's just so tired these days.
Okay.
I'm great, good, fine.
Dr. Cartwright
everything's
and...
just
okay,
fine.
Then. I'm glad.
Dr. Darvish took a
Well,
chance
I
on
should-
me, hiring me
you
fresh
know,
out of training.
There's work to
Need
do
to
at
make
home.
sure she doesn't regret it.
Oh, well, that's appreciated. There really isn't anything you're qualified to do in here. No offense, of course. But, I do have some data requests from other facilities in the settled systems. Everyone always wants to know what we're up to.
Usual courier's been less than reliable lately, so if you could get this slate where it needs to go, that would help us, and put a few credits in your pocket.
Tending physician. I'm new here, so really what I do is watch Dr. Darvish's every move and try to imitate it. Sounds a lot less impressive when I say it out loud. It's really a matter of safety, believe it or not. The types of things we work with here. Let's just say you wouldn't want them spreading on a populated planet. In here, we're all nice and isolated, just in case. Not the most comforting thought, but it's the truth. We don't usually take walk-ins, but all right, let's have a look at you. Oh, I've seen much worse than this. We can get this taken care of, no problem. Okay, I can have this stitched up in short order. Okay, you're good to go. See you later.
You had a chance to talk. Every new alien pathogen we discover is just a little more job security. Gotta look on the bright side, right?
Can't let you through here. Authorized personnel only beyond this point. Move along. This wing is contracted out to a private business. It's not open to the general public, not even standard clinic staff.
I've been here a whole year now.
In the secure wing? No. But from what I understand, someone's paying to keep it that way. No one knows what's going on back there. Hey, I don't make the assignments. I got a boss, and this is where I was told to waste my time.
Not exactly a hotbed. Between you and me, this place sees some weird cases. Gross ones, too. Well, let's see now. I joined up in 2292, so that'd be 38 years now? Damn. Hard to believe, now that I think about it. Almost 40 years. There ain't been many Rangers who served that long, I can promise you that. Oh, thank you kindly. I've enjoyed the work, and I'm proud to serve. I suppose I don't think much about it, but when I stop to count the years, well, they sure do add up. Worst I usually have to deal with is folks worried about getting diagnosed fast enough. Well, you'd be guessing correctly then. Even if there was some kind of trouble, which there almost never is, Freestar Security would handle that. Truth is, this post is what you might call ornamental in nature. Ever since the clinic came under Freestar collective control, there's been a ranger here. I reckon it's to serve as a reminder who's in charge of this place.
You know, just by breathing the air in here, you are being exposed to about a dozen different viruses.
Kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
I'm just a computer guy. You need medical help, you'd better talk to someone else.
Welcome to the clinic. I'm Dr. Darvish, Chief of Medicine. Is there something I can do for you? I thought perhaps the name gave it away. This is one of the preeminent medical care centers in the Settle systems. We take our work very seriously. Are you? Because I don't have any appointments scheduled. We have a particular focus on astrovirology here, so the patients we take on tend to have unusual cases that require long-term care, and sometimes require unorthodox or experimental treatments. We have an excellent track record that speaks for itself, but it doesn't leave room for much else. Whatever business you may be here for, I trust that you will conduct it quickly, and do so without interfering with my staff or our operations. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of new worlds that humanity has set foot on. While many don't host some sort of life, there are more than enough that do. Any one of those worlds could be inhabited by all manner of pathogens, things we've never seen and have no idea how to treat. Someone has to try and stay ahead of what could be a very deadly curve. Here at the clinic, we do our best. And none of us are in this for the credits. We are on the absolute edge of modern medicine, and we are dedicated to helping people no one else can. Either of those is reason enough for any of us to be here and do what we do. Would you now? Well, I suppose we could always use additional research specimens. The more data we have about what's out there in the settled systems, the faster we can diagnose novel illnesses. In theory, at least. I suppose we could consider you an independent contractor of sorts. We keep a database of known alien sedatives, but more data points are always welcome. If you could provide some samples, it would be appreciated. I am, yes. I took over from Dr. Eswaran when he retired 9 years ago. While the clinic does occasionally take on research projects that have their own chain of command, I am ultimately responsible for the entire facility. I'm afraid that information is confidential and restricted to our corporate partners funding the projects. The clinic has occasionally been faced with unique situations that might be considered hazardous in other facilities, but no, nothing that could not be contained and dealt with. Certainly. What we're looking for are basic organic substances. They could come from any number of flora or fauna on countless worlds across the settled systems. Just keep your eyes open as you travel and harvest things when you find them. Or frankly, if you can find them at a reasonable price somewhere, purchase them. I'm less concerned with the source than the materials themselves.
Never a dull moment.
Hey, Ari.
When I told
how's
them I
the
was
work
good
coming
with
along?
computers, I didn't think they'd trust me with the entire clinic. Oh, you're not familiar? I'll give you the quick version. UC built the station back in 2194. It was outside of their established territory, which caused a bit of a disagreement and a bit of a war. And after what I think most people would agree was much too long a period of time, the war ends. One of the terms was the station was handed over to the Freestar Collective. Never really thought about it that way. Guess you're right. Although, is that really irony? I feel like I don't really understand what qualifies. So since then, the clinic's been under Freestar Collective control. Over 100 years now, I think. Over time, it started to focus more on weird things people picked up on all sorts of planets and space expeditions, became known for it, and now focuses on it almost exclusively. And here we are today, carrying on that work. Actually makes me feel kind of proud when I lay it all out like that. Well, yeah, somebody has to. It's great medical care, but not the latest in support tech. Funding only goes so far, and most of it's prioritized for keeping patients alive. And there's still a lot of outdated UC tech behind the walls that needs interfacing, so I stay plenty busy. We're still here after all this time, so it's not apocalyptic. I can't complain too much. I like the job security, and I get to help people. At least, indirectly. Get out of here before you catch something. Just kidding. Sort of.
Oh, mind your step.
You know, just by breathing the air in here, you are being exposed to about a dozen different
A couple
viruses.
of years on duty
I'm
here,
kidding.
and any nurse supervisor, dear. I'm the one who takes care of all the doctors, as well as the patients. The more I can look after, the more the doctors can focus on patient diagnosis and treatment. Every role here is important. Well, I wouldn't really say we work together. It just happens to be in the same place. He has his job keeping the peace. I have mine keeping this place running. Truth be told, I think it might drive one or both of us a little crazy if we actually work together. But I do appreciate being able to see him every day, even if it's just to pop over to his office and say hello or share a meal. It's nice. Take care.
You didn't hear this from me, but those ecliptic mercenaries, the factions use them sometimes. Freestar Collective and UC both. That's why they give them a wide berth. Ask me, those murdering assholes should be blasted into space dust.
Holy shit! Ho!
How does she expect me
You
to
know,
get all this
you go
done
out
by
there with
myself?
no helmet on, your head will totally explode. True story. Oh, I do not get paid enough to deal with stuff like that.
Excuse me, but this is my private room. I'd rather not have you in here.
Seems like gotta hand it to these doctors. They put in a lot of hours.
Deaf doctors still don't know when we'll be okay to leave. Well, I think it's all right, seeing as how my brother and I would be dead if we never came here. Doctors are nice enough, treatments aren't too bad, and food's all right. That doesn't mean I'm not counting down the days until we can leave. I'm itching to go back home. That I am. Lucky to be alive, apparently. Me and my brother here have been patients for going on, what, 4 or 5 months now? Good Lord. I, being the stronger and smarter one, am recovering quickly. Still sick as a dog, but the doctors let me roam around to visit my infirm brother here. He was in a coma for months. He's only now making some sort of recovery. This genius brother of mine was begging me to go on a hike with him on Aquila. He's a real outdoorsy type, you know. Now, being a man of letters, I didn't want to go, but he just kept yapping. So we go on this hike, right? We don't know where the hell we're going. Well, we got lost, stranded with no food or water. I told him to pack food and water, but the fool forgot. Well, we start scavenging for some food to sustain us, and we come across this thing, like a plant, but I don't know what the hell the damn thing was. Looked tasty enough, so we ate it. Well, the damn thing nearly killed us both. Turns out we weren't even that far from the city, so we were found by some passerby, and here we are. We got real lucky. Yeah, well, not out of the woods just yet. Things have been pretty hairy for John here. But I think you're right. It'll take more than that to kill the Joseph brothers. Take care now.
Oh, God. I never should have eaten that. Whatever it was. Oh. Probably shouldn't get too close.
Definitely feeling better. Can't say the same for my brother.
It's good to see someone other than a nurse. The treatments were fine, but the food? Oh, heavens.
No funny stuff with that boost pack. Got enough flight traffic as it is.
Just 1 week without something weird.
Gotta call someone's power kept going out.
It's a grav drive. Literally can't get here any faster.
Now, you're not pestering the captain, right, Cora?
Pester? You think I'm a pest?
Oh, never. Poor choice of words. You being nice to the crew, too?
Of course.
So this book collection fund I heard about?
Don't you always say, don't listen to rumors?
outpost. Whatever you did up there has lit a fire under their asses. Get back, pronto! We need you!
Watch the paint.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
You should inspect your ship for heat leach. Hey, what can I do for you? You were able to land it, so I'm sure whatever is broken can be fixed. Okay, no problem.
Beautiful day to be alive.
We've detached. Let's get out of here.
propulsion restored. Complete. Normal propulsion restored. Take them out. Grav jump system flatlined. Choose